What movie was so funny you laughed out loud in the theater? I was 12 when Austin Powers came out and my dad took me. Talk about the sweet spot. My humor perfectly aligned with that movie's humor at that age. I remember laughing like a mad person. When I first saw the Goldmember scene with the doctor's screen and it looks like he's giving birth. I cried so hard and it perfectly hit my humor age 12. Yeah, those movies utilized angle and perspective-based humor excellently. I think the scene that young me lost it to the most was when they were backlit in the tent in the second movie, and what it looked like from the soldiers' perspectives. Before the jokes were told so often everyone got sick of it, Borat was regarded as a genuinely funny movie. I've never seen a theater explode in laughter as many times in one movie, and I was one of the people laughing. The naked dildo fight was warped and hilarious. I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. I still remember how much my stomach hurt from laughing so hard in the theater. What we do in the shadows. Just leave me to do my dark bidding on the internet. What are you bidding on? I'm bidding on a table. We can look at her photos, we can poke her, yes. I don't think she's a virgin if she's doing that. Superbad. The first Zombieland. When Bill Murray apologizes for Garfield, I laughed out loud and no one else in the theater laughed. The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. I couldn't stop laughing at this movie. I'm a person who doesn't have uncontrollable laughter very often, but this was one of the times. Such a classic. I still watch it at least once every year, and it never gets old. The scene where he forgets to take off his mic before going to the bathroom had me in tears the first time I saw it. 22 Jump Street. The "My Name Jeff" part still gets me. One of my favorite jokes from the first one, "Gangster, I don't like new people." Dave Franco, well, that's a bad attitude to have. How do you expect to make any friends that way? Hey. Stop ducking with Korean Jesus. He ain't got time for your problems. He's busy with Korean shit. Airplane. I even named my dog Shirley. Shirley? You can't be serious. Galaxy Quest. By Grabtar's Hammer, what a savings. Let's get out of here before one of those things kills guy. You have a last name. Do I? Anchorman. 60% of the time, it works every time. I saw a tweet recently that said before memes, we just had guys sitting in circles loudly quoting Anchorman at each other. I agree and definitely can relate to that. I remember going to see the movie for the second time a few weeks after it had been out. Me and a bud got super high and laughed non-stop during the whole movie. There were like 3 other random people in the theater. Anchorman is my generation's Caddyshack. The 21 Jump Street remake. Especially when Tatum and Hale were tripping out and the teacher was talking with them. Wayne's World. It still gets a few chuckles, but the first time I saw it in the theater I thought it was great. The guy next to us had his head in his lap laughing so hard at Wayne prancing around in his underwear. Camera 1, Camera 2 scene edit. Wow, so many quotes I forgot about. Thanks for the laughs, guys. And thanks for the silver. I love the scene when Wayne and Garth are on the hood of his car under the plane's landing and Garth asks Wayne if he ever thought Bugs Bunny was attractive when he dressed like a girl bunny. Wayne's laugh seems so genuine to me in that scene. Opening night for the South Park Bigger Longer Uncut. I vividly remember looking around the packed theater and collectively losing our minds with laughter when they started singing Uncle Ducker. The only time in my life that I have seen an entire packed audience all crying with laughter. Absolutely hilarious, good choice. Similarly, you can also experience this at any performance of the Book of Mormon. I've never laughed more at anything in my life. Matt and Trey are unparalleled. The Emperor's New Groove has me peeing my pants every time I watch it. It never gets old. The Other Guys. Who did this to you? Gator's bitches better be wearing jimmies. Gator never been about playing no shit. Gator needs his gat, punk ass bitch. Tropic Thunder. Everything RDJ did in that movie was laugh out loud funny. I still love that it was an Oscar-nominated performance. I mean, Heath Ledger getting it made sense, but our DJ was ducking amazing in that movie. At one point he's a white American playing an Australian playing a black American playing a Vietnamese farmer. He's a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Not in the cinema, but rat race, I have to pause it to catch my breath cause I am laughing so hard. This has happened a few times. The scene with John Lovitz in Hitler's car was hysterical. I was laughing so hard I had tears in my eyes. Never laughed like that at the theater since. Of course, it was probably because I was 12 at the time, but still. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Brave Sir Robin. He was not in the least bit scared to be mashed into a pulp. Or to have his eyes gouged out, and his elbows broken. To have his kneecaps split and his body burned away and his limbs all backed and mangled, brave Sir Robin. Team America World Police. One of my best theater experiences. Everyone was dying laughing at the sex scene. I remember people pretty much dying laughing at the puke scene in the alley. I still YouTube this scene years later. My dad and I could not breathe. Great bonding moment. Get out of the street, you duckin' bum. Django Unchained, when the bag mask scene was happening. It came out of nowhere and the entire theater was rolling, I can't see shit out of this thing. I think we can all agree the bag was a nice idea, but not pointing any fingers. They could have been done better. Still cracks me up. My wife gathered 30 bags for you ungrateful sons of bitches. Hot Rod. No questions asked. Those who watched know how hilarious it is from the start to the end. My name is Dave, and I like to party. I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day, and you want to bring the demons out of me? I laughed so hard at Step Brothers my face hurt the next day. My wife hated Will Ferrell for some unknown reason, until I finally got her to sit down and watch Step Brothers. Why are you all sweaty? I was watching Cops. Cops doesn't start till 4. Blazing Saddles. Hashtag where all the white women at? When Titanic first came out. I fell asleep and woke up at this part. The scene from Titanic when the boat is ass end in the air and people are dying. A guy falls off the edge and hits the propeller, it makes the boing sound, and he tumbles over and overtop his death. My girlfriend at the time was hitting me to stop laughing but I couldn't, I was literally crying, I was laughing so hard. What made it better? The guy behind me starts laughing, then a few more, and then more. Basically the dude started laughing which made it funnier. Girlfriend was not happy that night because I embarrassed her. Not a fan of the movie, but that part gets me every time. Edit U2.B this part. Snatch. My husband is Irish and his sister married into a traveler family so we understood some lines better than many might. It was weird to be laughing so hard but being the only ones in the theater doing so. You like Dags? I lost my shit as soon as I saw directed by the guy that killed John Wick's dog in the opening credits of Deadpool 2. As his final wish he asks Colossus to swear and say duck and then goes wow swampeth enjoy hell, the shirt dicking scene, fourth wall breaking, calling Cable Thanos, love this movie. Hey there, big guy. The sun's getting real low. I lost my shit. The Big Lebowski. The ashes scene cracks me up every time, the whole of it. 40-Year-Old Virgin was the first movie I laughed so much that my ribcage was hurting just trying to catch my breath. Spaceballs. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Dracula musical scene. My sister and I could not stop. Young Frankenstein. The Simpsons movie. Everyone in that theater was dying moment to moment, and when the Spider Pig joke happened, I can safely say it's the only time I've been at the movies when the entire audience has started singing simultaneously.